Tonight, carnival spirit. Parade crowds turn out in their thousands as cup fever grips the city. The great TV heist. Thieves steal a truckload of plasmas from Chadstone.
They didn't try and mask their faces or, disguise themselves.
And our newest track star, Melbourne's longest tram, joins the fleet.
Made in Melbourne, for Melbourne, this is our tram.
This is 10 Eyewitness News with Yasmin, Paton.
Good evening. First tonight, Melbourne has swung into carnival mood with tens of thousands lining the streets to catch a glimpse of horse racing's most coveted prize. The city came to a standstill with those in the annual parade amazed at the turnout, and Mark O'Brien was in the thick of it.
Melbourne was on parade as the CBD moved to a different beat.
For those who miss out.
50 E-Class trams are scheduled to be in service by 2018. Chanel Vella, 10 Eyewitness News.
Now we welcome Brad McEwan back to the Melbourne News Desk for a look ahead to tonight's sport.
Thank you very much, Yasmin. Damien Oliver will ride tomorrow's Melbourne Cup favourite Fiorente. We'll get his thoughts and we'll attempt to find you the winner. Kevin Muscat all set for his coaching debut. Mark Webber comes up just short in Dubai. Ditto Sam Stosur, who finished runner-up again. And a hamstrung Shane Watson arrives home, racing to be fit for the first Ashes test.
Coming up in 10 Eyewitness News. The Senate voting debacle escalates in WA. And a horror start to Cup Week on the state's roads. This is 10 Eyewitness News, and the Electoral Commissioner admits the loss of more than 1,000 ballot papers is the organisation's most embarrassing moment. As Adam Todd reports, it's considering challenging its own result in the High Court.
The result is officially declared, but the winners and losers know this isn't the end.
Federation Square an hour later. Then it's into Studio 10 with Ita Buttrose at 8:30, followed by another news hit at 11. Ahead in 10 Eyewitness News. A protester launches legal action against Victoria Police. A fatal ferry disaster off the coast of Thailand. And blind rage over a city restaurant rejection. Welcome back. And a protester who was dribbled on by a police horse has defended his decision to launch legal action. But his case, supported by a taxpayer-funded law service, has angered the Police Association. Michael Bennett reports.
20-year-old Alex Forbes believes he's justified with his legal action. It stems from a demonstration that turned nasty over refugees.
A major change on the way, around 20 on Thursday on Oaks Day with some showers on the way. And then Saturday, Stakes Day, as the Cup Carnival winds up at Flemington, we're looking at around 17 or 18 degrees and again some showers. So Derby Day, Cup Day, A-OK. Stakes Day and Oaks Day, a little bit under the weather. Got more on the weather down here at Flemington at 5:55. I'll see you then. Yasmin.
Thanks, Mike. Coming up, a restaurant under fire accused of refusing to serve a blind man. And the Commonwealth Games baton brings a touch of Scotland down under. You're watching 10 Eyewitness News. Returning now to the drama unfolding in Pascoe Vale South, where a man has been arrested by police suspected of pulling a gun in an alleged road rage incident. Rory McLaren is there and joins us live now. Rory, what can you tell us?
Good afternoon, Yasmin. Well, I can tell you that police were informed of a potential road rage incident which took place about 4 o'clock this afternoon.
We get somebody from the public sitting in it.
In Glasgow, Ben Lewis, 10 Eyewitness News.
Now Brad McEwan's back with the latest on Monday Night Sport.
Terrific, thank you, Yasmin. An injured Shane Watson arrives home, vowing to leave no stone unturned in his quest to play in the first Ashes test. The Big Bash takes a leaf out of AFL trade period. Mark Webber, again upstaged by Sebastian Vettel. Damien Oliver talks up his chances on the Melbourne Cup favourite. There's plenty of cash. He's splurged at the annual call of the card. And we catch up with an adopted Aussie trainer hoping for a dead heat in tomorrow's big race.
This Sport Report is brought to you by Rexona Men. Do more with Australia's #1 deodorant.
Good evening. Damien Oliver says he wouldn't swap his ride on Fiorente for anything, despite declaring this year's Melbourne Cup field one of the best ever assembled. Oliver will attempt to deliver a maiden cup for Gay Waterhouse, but as Roger Aldridge discovered, the competition is fierce.
Well, the public focus was on the city and the festivities that are the annual Melbourne Cup parade.
I mean, we get these type of parades if you win a big trophy of football in England, but not before a race. It's fantastic.
Earlier, away from the spotlight, the international raiders went through their final preparations. Of them, English horse Rochello, who won his...
in a LeBron James, nothing but net. Cronk can have our player of the day. Is there anything he cannot do? A big Monday of sport ahead of a very big day tomorrow, Yasmin.
Thanks, Brad. Should be fantastic as always. Checking weekend lotto results now, and 10 winners each receive $2.2 million. Division 2 returns $10,000. Division 3 pays $1,000, with all the other prizes on your screen. One winner in Super 66 receives $85,000. Time for another look at the traffic, so let's cross back to Emma in the chopper.
Thanks a lot, Yasmin. It seems that lots of people are taking that extra long weekend, a dream run here on the Tullamarine Freeway over the Bulletin to merge with the Westgate and outbound. It's looking like an easy run, 17 minutes out to Melbourne Airport. Westgate Freeway moving well up and over the bridge and into the Burnley Tunnel. Can't spot any hold-ups for the Monash or Eastern Freeways, and just getting reports of a smash now in Glenroy at Glenroy Road at West Street. See you tomorrow.
Thanks, Emma. Mike's back after the break with all the weather details. And high times as Melbourne gets into the Cup carnival spirit. Welcome back. On Cup Eve, it's not just the adults getting caught up in the infectious carnival atmosphere that takes over Melbourne. Youngsters have played their part in the celebrations, these would-be jockeys riding high at today's parade. Who knows, in years to come, it could be one of them flashing past Flemington's finishing post as a Cup-winning jockey. And on the straight, these famed roses are in full bloom ahead of tomorrow's race.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Masters Home Improvement. Spring starts right here, so head in store or shop online.
Now it's back to Mike with all the Melbourne Cup day weather.
Yes, thank you, Yasmin. Good evening. 18 degrees in Melbourne today, but 23 tomorrow. It will be a glorious day, and it's that time of the year that we all become once-a-year race experts. So what the heck, my tips, Hawkspur and Barima. So there's 22 other horses you can now put your money on. Okay, now a couple of photos that have been sent to Mike's Picks at network10.com.au. And firstly, Jared Smith of Ringwood North has taken a very professional shot at Williamstown as the sun rises behind the masts. And in the Yarra Valley, Robin Johnson snapped these, well, grey quilted clouds above her home in Healesville. 10 degrees was the overnight low in Melbourne. Getting your paper this morning, 18 degrees the maximum mid-afternoon. It is Monday night in the city, a public holiday for many people. Not too much traffic, 17 degrees. The humidity around 40%. Not too warm because the wind blowing from the south. Around town today, up in Mount Dandenong, it was 4 to 13 degrees. Across our state. And then come Sunday, we're looking at 19 degrees and showery. So that is the forecast. The best couple of days. One has gone, one is on the way, and then cool and wet conditions come Thursday and Saturday. Have a lot of fun at the races tomorrow. About 100,000 will be back there. I'll see you this time tomorrow night. Back in the studio, Yasmin.
Thanks, Mike, and that's 10 Eyewitness News for now. Mel will be back tomorrow night for our special Melbourne Cup coverage. Until then, thanks very much for joining us. Take care and have a very good night. Good evening.